Ah, look at all the lonely people. Well, hello everyone. Yeah, episode 6. My plans for this episode today are to put all of our spawn eggs to good... Yeah, so the server's been having, problems, I guess, staying up. Only 3 people on right now. I was the only one on, like, 5 minutes ago. Yeah, because the server just went down. It was down for, like, 5 minutes. Ow. Yeah, so... Well, yeah. I don't know why it's been going down, but it has. So, yeah, as I was saying before, I am going to put all my spawn eggs to good use. All 1,876 of them. Not including these, because those are... I can't make those into spawners. And I'm going to use those for the village. Okay, so my plan for today, make my mob system. Where am I going to make my mob system? Right, oh jeez. Right here. Shouldn't do this when it's night. Oh wow, okay. Yes. That is a chunk right there. Okay. Really shouldn't have done this at night. And the server's being pretty laggy. Okay, yes, that square I have marked over there is a 16 by 16 chunk. And with the plug-in creature box, if you're in the proximity of a spawner and you're in the same chunk as it, you cannot get mob drops and or money. Because it says you find no reward camping a mob spawner or something like that. But yeah, if you have spawners right outside the chunk, like that one right there, then they do not count as you being in proximity of them, even though you're still close enough to them to make them spawn, which is kind of a exploit, but it's a way you can make very, very efficient spawning systems, where you only have to stand in one spot and you can have all the spawners spawning at the same time, and you don't need like a second person like in a spawning room above it, spawning the mobs and then dropping them down to you. You can spawn them all with your own character. And my plan for the spawner is to have a giant giant circular object. The inner sphere is going to be completely made out of spawners. It's going to be 11. The radius is going to be 11. And the sphere is going to go all the way around, but this 16 by 16 chunk in the middle is going to be cut out of the sphere, so you don't have any spawners in it. And then like a 16 radius sphere is going to be made out of this stuff around it. And then it's gonna be a gigantic spawning system. And what's gonna do when the mobs are spawning inside, they're gonna all collect to the center of the thing, and they're gonna go up a water system and then drop back down with hopefully around half a heart or 1 heart. And you can just punch them all or use a stone sword or something. And yeah, it's gonna be very, very efficient. I might put some like legs on it or something, make it look like a giant ship. I don't know. Anyway, yes, I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna get the nether brick sphere started. All right, here we go. Yeah, I broke all the spawners. The particle effect's still there. But yeah, one thing I wanted to mention is that SPA is back. Super pickaxe, and it allows me to do this. Yeah, pretty awesome. Okay. Alright, the first layer is done. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Meh. Look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Alright, as you can see, I have marked the chunk border in the bottom of the sphere here. And it's centered, so that's good. That means I didn't mess up. And, whoa. I am not going to put the top on this thingy just yet, because I'm going to put the inner sphere, which is going to be the spawner's sphere, and that way I can work during the day and nothing will spawn, so I don't have to worry about that. And then when I have like all the water systems and all the spawners in here, then I'll put the top on. So, yeah. Alright. I guess I will plan out where that thing is going to go, and I'll get started. Alright, so I have a couple markers set up here. Center of the bottom, center of this entire thing, which is 2x2, and then the center of the top. And then the second sphere is going to be centered around that also. Alright. This cobblestone border right here is the visualization of the amount of area this spawner right here can spawn in. So it's 4 diagonal this way, 3 diagonal this way. And yeah, as you can see, it barely fits inside this outer sphere. So yeah, I did that pretty nice. And of course, this isn't counting the 3 up and down, or is it 2 up and down? Whatever, the height doesn't really matter. Alright. I have the centers of the 4 sides of the inner sphere marked out with 4 spawners now. I don't have spawners on the top or bottom because those would be inside of the chunk right here. And we can't have that. Alright, time to actually build the sphere. Yeah! Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Lots of spawners. Nobody came. Yeah, I messed up. This layer right here should be at that layer right there. I only put this up 3 blocks from the bottom instead of 4. But the good news is that shouldn't affect anything. It's completely fine. So I guess it'll just be unsymmetrical. Sorry for turning on everyone's OCD about that. Alright, but yeah, this inner sphere isn't symmetrical. Sorry. Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. Okay, so I'll put up these 4 massive walls of spawners. I think it's about like 2/3 of my stash. So I'm gonna probably fill in like these thingies in the middle. Probably gonna make a solid wall in the inside. Alright, so I'm gonna get started doing that here. And yeah. Lots of spawners. Actually, before I fill those in, I'm gonna get rid of all the cobblestone scaffolding and then wait for a day. And then I'm gonna set all these to hostile mobs. And then I'll fill them in. And then I'll set those. Alright. Alright, the cobblestone scaffolding is removed. It looks pretty nice. So I have to set all these, fill up the center, set all those, do the water system, and yeah, then this will be done. Well, after I put the roof on it, of course. And I'm going to have some kind of sunlight-driven shut-off system. Alright, so I'm going to start the long process of setting all these. I think it's going to be like, I don't know, like cut this into quarters. Creeper, skeleton. Ooh. Not going to have spiders in here. Thirds? I'll figure it out. Alright, so I got all the spawners in here. They're all set. Even though it doesn't look like it, this is zombies. This whole thing is zombies. This whole thing is skeletons. This whole thing is creepers. And then this outside ring is creepers. And then this, I believe, is skeletons. And then the inside is zombies. This I didn't fill in because I only have like 2 stacks of spawners left. And I want to save them and use them for other things. So, yeah. All the spawners are in. I'm going to start putting in the water, which I'm going to put a water source on the highest point. Oh, it's getting dark. On the highest point where they can spawn. So it'll just be like a big bowl of water going down into the center. Alright, so I'm going to start doing that once it's day again. And I'll be back. Alright, so as you can see, I have the water in here. It's just a big bowl like I said it was, and it's getting dark again, so I have to get out of here. Alright, I guess we can, like, watch it work. Yeah, so as they spawn, they're just going to fall into this water, and they're going to be put towards the center here. And my plans for the center is to have 4 2x2 water elevators right here, here, over there, and right there. And that will bring them all up to a central point, and then they'll drop in the center column, probably somewhere around here, and they will be damaged to a point where you can, oh, whoa, okay, it works. The spawner works. Wow, okay, yeah. They're gonna go down the center spline, and they're gonna be damaged to 1 heart. Alright, that's what I wanted to say. I'm gonna get back to work now. No one was saved. Alright, so now that I fixed my mic, did some really awesome computer fixing, I unplugged the mic and plugged it back in. Yeah, it seems to have fixed the problem. So, yeah, here's another look at the bowl of water here. I didn't want to, like, scrap that clip because it was really funny. So you're going to have to deal with that buzzing for the rest of your life. Sorry about that. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to... I guess I can just start building the center pillars, water elevators and stuff. So, I'm going to start doing that. And as always, I'll be back. Okay, so I've decided then to make all the inner stuff out of glass, the water elevators, and the inside killing chamber room. So I just made a dump chest here, and I'm gonna go super pickaxe some sand. So I think the best place to do that would be is Village 2. Yes. Alright. So I'm gonna get some sand. Alright, that should get me started. I don't know how hold on, monsters, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 9, I don't know, something like that, stacks of sand. Oh yeah, and I bought this while I was mining that from an auction. Gonna use that to harvest ice. Okay, so I'm gonna get that smelting. I don't know if I ever talked about this on my Let's Play, but this shop, I guess it's not really a shop yet, but this is where I'm gonna potentially set up my shop in the future. It is gonna be in this area right here. And the torches are just there temporarily. There's gonna be like glowstone in there or something. And down here, at every one of these dirt things, each of these dirt things is 8 blocks long, and there's going to be a layer of ice all the way across, and on top of the layer of ice is going to be water. Well, this block, I might have to fill that block in with something. Oh, yeah, just the top, this one, I'll have to fill in, so then it can just be on the dirt for ice. So yeah, there's going to be ice here, and then I'm going to have all of my auto farms and everything set up above it. So all I have to do for the collecting system is just drop it down below the auto farm, and it'll land on one of these collection ice things, and it'll just all shoot down to the bottom. And then I might have it collect in one corner or something. So yeah, that's the plan for the future project after we finish the spawner. Alright, so I kind of, I nubbed out, and I had Mike here zone my spawners and turn off mob damage, so I won't be able to get hurt here by mobs anymore. He's pretty awesome. Alright. Oh, yeah. And I wanted to say that I started the bottom things for my water elevators here, and it works out perfectly, because this is where the bottom's gonna be, and the water, like, no matter where you come in here, it's gonna push you into one of these streams, and that's right under the elevator. So it'll work out really nice. So I'm gonna finish them. Alright, so this is the basic pattern for the water elevators right here. And I'm gonna, they're gonna have to go straight up there, and I guess I wasn't thinking about it, that this has to be here, so it's gonna go straight through there. So for there to be a space in the center of this entire spawner, I'm gonna have to like bow the tubes around the center and make a little glass sphere with the tubes going around it. That actually sounds really sweet, actually, so yeah, it'll be a good addition. Yeah, so the spawn rates of this thing are pretty substantial. This is about like a minute of spawning, and it's freaking I think I might have did that. That might be my fault. Oh, jeez. Yeah, there's just so many mobs here. Oh, wow. And then, oh, yeah, that's kind of a problem. And they're not gonna burn either now because I have water everywhere. So yeah, there's about 1,000. There's 1,000 mobs down there. Yeah, that's a problem. So yeah, that is actually a gigantic problem. I don't know if the system I have devised will be able to handle that many mobs at one time. It might clog off really fast, and I'll just keep getting disconnected like I just was. So yeah, I might have to remove a lot of spawners. If I have to remove spawners, I'm gonna cut off the front layer of the spawning thingies. Yeah, I'm at spawn right now, away from my spawner. Hopefully all the mobs will despawn since I'm here, and then I can go back and work on it. Alright. Okay, so I have the glass sphere in the middle, the spawning sphere, put right there, and this is what I'm gonna have to curve these glass tubes around, and then bring up, and then have them drop down the center. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. A lot of glass. And I'll get back to work. Alright, if you were wondering how I was gonna bend the tubes around that sphere, we're in my test world here. And yeah, it's gonna be like this. This is the input here, and it's just gonna have water flowing this way, and then it'll go up to the straight tube, and then it'll bend back the other way with the same kind of method. So yeah, pretty simple. And hopefully this will be able to handle that heavy load that the spawners will provide. It'll probably do alright. It probably will clog up a bunch though. Anyway, I have the tube set up to a point here, and they're actually working surprisingly well. The rate at which the mobs are spawning is just a tiny bit more than what can go up the tubes at a time. So I think it's going to work out pretty nice. And also for this side right here, I'm going to have to put at least a couple lines of spawners inside of it so that they can't get stuck on the inside. So I'm just going to put like every other row to fill that up so they can get inside of there. And this sounds really loud, so I hope you can hear me right now. Yeah. The creepers are just killing everything. Hello everyone. You know those annoying pops I was getting with my P's and B's about, 30 seconds ago? Well, that is no more, because I am using a pop filter I made literally 5 minutes ago. Using literally in its correct form here. Well, 5 minutes ago video time. But, yeah. It sounds pretty popping fantastic right now. And I was getting pretty annoyed with the popping, and I'm sure you're getting pretty annoyed with the popping. Pop, pop, pop. Alright. So. Whoa, I can't type without looking at the keyboard. Here we are. This is the current state of things. I have all 4 of these tubes right here at this state, which is about 3 or 5 something layers up. Here, you go in here, and then the mobs swim up. And then this is the first pushover right here. This is the first pushover, and then they swim up. And then, yeah, then it's going to go out again, and then hopefully get around this thing. And then it'll go up, and then they're going to drop. Alright, so that's the plan. And we're off. Alright, so this, as I have it right here, these 4 tubes is the current state of what I've been working on. Yeah, all 4 tubes go up to this here, which is the top of the glass sphere, which is inside. Which is inside here. This is the glass sphere that you're gonna spawn the mobs from and kill them inside of. They're gonna fall down here and they're gonna land on top of this glass, and you can just punch them. I have the half slab floor down half block and the ceiling down half block, so the visibility for the mobs to, like creepers, to explode in your face is fairly low. But if a creeper's standing like on the far block right there, they can still see you diagonally and they'll still explode, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, I can get over that. And this right here is the point where I'm gonna have to put the mob tubes up to for them to fall down and get to. Oh, I still have my armor on. I thought I took it off. But anyway, yeah, if they fall from that height, they get down to 1 heart. I guess I can show you now once I respawn. regenerate health. So yeah, I'm going to have to take all 4 of these tubes right here and bring them up to the height, and then put water streams all 4 sides going down into the center here. And the reason the top here is nether brick is because it is outside of the nether brick sphere, so I don't want light getting in with glass. So all the tubing that's outside this sphere is going to be nether brick. Okay. What? That was 1 heart like 5 minutes ago. Wow, fall damage is really messed up in the new updates. I've noticed that. Like, really messed up. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to finish those tubes, and I'll be back. I just rewatched the last clip, and I noticed that I put my armor back on. As when I said I was going to take it off, it was already off, and I put it back on. So yeah. Wow. I have one of the tubes hooked up to the top, and all the mobs that are falling down here are dying. So I'm going to have to shorten it a couple blocks and see what happens. I lowered it a couple blocks, and very few of them are dying now, but all the mobs that survive, it takes like 1 to 3 punches to kill them. See, those mobs just died. They must be drowning or something. Or they were mobs that previously went up the shorter ones and then fell down and took damage, and they swum up the higher one. So that's what's killing them. So I can't really tell the death counts for sure until I get all 4 tubes up here. So it seems that the most efficient way that I'll be able to use this spawner is with an iron sword, which is fine because I have a lot of iron. Yep, this is how I did the top. It's just the water flows over here, and then I did this fancy thing with clockwise signs or whatever. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. This thing is amazing. The spawn rates in it are crazy. Only one of the tubes is hooked up right now, and it's hard to keep up with the mobs. And this thing, it got me a diamond pickaxe, this iron thing, this iron sword, this iron helmet, and all of these discs. So I'm gonna get a lot of diamond tools, a lot of discs, a lot of mob drops, an insane amount of mob drops. And it looks like a crazy amount of discs. It looks like I just got an iron pickaxe. Did I see an iron pickaxe? I don't know, maybe. But anyway, yeah. Insane. Okay, so by now I have all 4 of the tubes hooked up to the top. And let's just say that the spawner, it's working pretty well. All of this stuff is from testing it. I mean, I haven't even, like, been grinding in it at all. Yeah, all these discs. I mean, my goal wasn't even to make a disc maker out of it, but it works as one. So, you know, it's always a plus. Yeah. It's pretty crazy. So the only thing I have to do now to finish it up is to complete the top half of the nether brick sphere, and yeah, got some levels out of it. Still just from testing it. Okay, well actually this is from like 1 grinding session. But anyway, yes. So jump 2. Yeah, the top of the 4 tubes is nether brick because I don't want light getting in there. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. I thought I had another block for viewing. Shoot. Anyway. Yes. Oh, there it is. I can get it. Hold on. Alright, I got it. Okay, yeah. This is a better view of it. The 4 tubes there. Going up to the central point. Right there. Looks pretty cool. There's all the water. The mobs just fall in here. They go like, what? What are mine? And they're like, go under here, and then just like start swimming up automatically because that's just what they do. And they get pushed over. Then they go up, and then get pushed over again, and then just go up a long way. They swim up. And then when they reach the very top, they get pushed over towards the center. And then, bam. They get 1 heart. So yeah, and then you kill them in here. So yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this project up after a couple of weeks of on and off work. Yeah, wow, I really put a lot of time crunched into one episode. I probably could have made like 12 episodes out of this thing if I recorded way more. But oh well. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. Finish this project once and for all. When this thing is running, it gets super laggy around it. Like crazy laggy. Yeah, so this is just me in person grinding right now. Like for the first time. We can only do it at night because there's no top on it right now. And yeah, it's really nice. It's really crazy too. Okay, I guess the lag isn't that bad right now, which is awesome. So yeah, like I said before, I'm gonna get around to finishing it eventually. Eventually, you know. So yeah, another cut later, and you'll probably see it finished. While finishing the dome on the spawner, I ran out of nether bricks, so I'm here at my favorite nether fort, and I'm gonna tear it up some more. Here we go. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be enough, but it'll get us somewhere. It might actually be enough. And what I said about this side right here, I'm not actually going to fill that in. Because, I mean, the spawn rates are crazy enough already. I don't really need the extra 5 or 6 mobs that get stuck on there. So I'm going to keep my spawners and not do that. Okay, back to work. Guess what? Yeah. You're right. It's done. Yeah. Well, okay, technically, it's complete-ish. The outside nether brick sphere is complete, as you can see, but I still need to, like, take out one of these rings completely and put pistons on it so I can have a sunlight shut-off system. And I'm probably going to put, like, lava up here that, with pistons, like, lava up here and then pistons blocking it. And then have it flow down inside of there, so all the mobs that are coming up the tubes will die right there. So I can either shut it off. I can either shut off the actual spawners with the sun when the sun is up, or I can shut off just the mobs with lava right there, so they don't collect up inside. Yeah. So yeah, that's the end of this episode. That was like 3 weeks of filming, which is ridiculously long. I guess I was putting off this project, and I was only working on it for like an hour a day or so. Oh yeah, I have to light up the top of it and everything. Yeah, so this is the inside. Using this XP sign, you can get like 180 levels in 10 minutes with an iron sword. And you get a ridiculous amount of discs and mob drops. Like, I mean, the amount of discs is ridiculous. See, I'm just getting random discs everywhere. Because I have so many, I just have so many creepers and skeletons packed into there that they just kill, skeletons kill the creepers all the time. Yeah, so here's all the spawners. Here's this mobs going up the tubes like crazy. Here you can kind of see the mass of mobs down at the bottom. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is for the inside. And right before I end the episode here, I'm going to show you all of the crazy stuff I've gotten. Just, I don't know, I've probably only been grinding in it for maybe an hour and a half total. And, yeah, pretty insane. Put this in here. And, I mean, yeah, the amount of discs is crazy. I'm gonna... next episode, I'm going to add a... This is random miscellaneous stuff from mobs. I'm gonna add a item shoot thing, which is gonna be like in one corner or something of the inside room. And you throw stuff inside of it, and water streams carry it to, like, right here or something. Yeah, the spawner's over there. So I'm going to have water streams that carry it over here. And then I guess like another person, a stalker, could collect it all, dump it in the chests, and the person inside can just keep killing the mobs. And I also want to get a villager farm set up so I can sell my mass amounts of zombie flesh to them, get lots of emeralds, and then buy items. I don't know if they buy any of the other mob drops. If they do, then that's a gold mine also. An emerald mine. Yeah, I could use the nether for the mob drops, but that's not in this update. I think the server's like 1.3.2. Yeah. So, and then the shut-off system, the lava shut-off system. And then, yeah, that'll be officially done after I do that. So, yeah, this is where I'm going to end the episode, guys. I will